even blasted me, and now she can ask me, that you the open nation? I said, look at the one. That you don't want to say the men are gay? Oh, right now in the people restaurant, the girl want me for a meal. I was so shit in the crowd looking around the place, so crowded, foreign guests all over the place. Now you don't want to say the men are gay? You call the men gay? And that gay thing, I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Cumming. And it's stuck. Shit. It's stuck. Today that gay thing still on Ellis Cumming. It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta, where you are living. So I created a story and I called the person and attached the person name to it. The person is a big librarian guy too. You say, yeah, my man, I will tell you the truth. So I use that person as a reference. That information, so that's what we did. We did for George Weah to get him to where he is. Shit, man. Politics is a big game, man. Yeah, so that I'm not confessed. That whole gay thing I invented it. Yep. She feeling blasted me, and now she can ask me, that you the open nation? I said, look at the one. That you don't want to say the men are gay? Oh, right now in the people restaurant, the girl want me for a meal. I was so shit in the crowd looking around the place, so crowded, foreign guests all over the place. Now you don't want to say the men are gay? You call the men gay? And that gay thing, I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Cumming. And it's stuck. Shit. It's stuck. Today that gay thing still on Ellis Cumming. It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta, where you are living. So I created a story and I called the person and attached the person name to it. The person is a big librarian guy too. You say, yeah, my man, I will tell you the truth. So I use that person as a reference. That information, so that's what we did for George Weah to get him to where he is. Shit, man. Politics is a big game, man. Yeah, so that I'm not confessed. That whole gay thing I invented it. Yep.
The idea that a 75-year-old man who spent 42 years of his life working in a government that we never knew. For a country that does not even exist and has nothing to show for it, will continue to lead us. Somebody must have a brain tumor. We all don't. And here is the help I'm offering tonight. To come against the arguments that they've been making on social media. Argument number one. Joseph Barker have experience. What sort of experience?
Get a video. Let's watch the video.
Good experience or bad experience? I'm talking to somebody tonight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? The time is what? 12:20, 12:20, 12:20. Please share this video, share this video. Share the video. Take your time, share the video. We'll have a nice day today. I will be out here for the next 1 hour. Also, tomorrow, don't forget, 8 o'clock our time, 12 o'clock Liberian time. I will be on True FM. It's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So please stand by and look for us. We are live in Monrovia. But this is a special podcast. When you look in the back there, you see the general. This guy has nothing to do with ANC, neither the CP or the Liberty Party or whatsoever. But I will still push them in there. No, why? Because every little time I have to say something. Okay, guys, I hope you're doing good this morning. I'm firing up. Listen, there are a lot of things going on, and I got different things to say. I got different way to say it. So please share this video, share the video, share the video, share the video. And you're listening to Obe Obe. Now we'll be playing Obe Obe tape. If you listen or you watch the last part of Obe Obe tape, I did it. I turned him upside down because he's upside down. His brain is not in place. And I hope he's feeling good right now. Okay, so guys, today on closing argument, I don't know who Stan and Kev was talking to. I don't know the story. But what I gathered today, the first thing I'm going to condemn Kev in the strongest possible term. Une or lazy man with challenge. I don't know who he was talking to. I will be honest with you. But Senvi, Dr. Peabody, Sir Timberlane, and the lady on there, I believe they should not even allow Kev to go into details. That is wrong. Look, we can do all our things, but you cannot cross certain line. I don't know who he was talking to, and the way he was speaking. There are so many women that was on our show. I don't know. He never called no name, but care to tell you, I don't know what went into your head to even start such a conversation. Une or lazy man, une or coward would do such a thing. Stanton, he's just a criminal. He's a fool. I don't know conversation between you and Stanton. I don't know which text he sent you. Only foolish men does such a thing. That you will go and explain to a friend. Even if you did something, I don't know who you're talking to. Because I tried to listen to him to hear the names that he was calling. But he never called no name, so I don't know. But one thing I want to tell Kev, that somebody mother you were talking to, that somebody sister you were talking to, that somebody grandmother, and that somebody wife. President Weah is not your brother. He's not your father. Even a Stanton say all kinds of things about Mr. Weah. I don't think you have to cross that line. I can say anything about Stanton because what is public is public. He had been convicted, and not be convicted, he had been indicted for criminal acts, for selling fake degrees, but I got nothing to do with Stanton's personal life. Whether Stanton get 10 girlfriends, 15 girlfriends, is none of my business. There's certain things you cannot do. So I will blame Ben Senvi. Timberlane, I know people already left the show, but by the time this guy started, I think they should have muted him. That was not fair. That was not fair. I condemn it today. I will condemn it tomorrow. But for Stanton, he just ASS. For Kev to say he got a text message from you, If he's lying, then take action. If he's lying on you, take action or condemn him if it's not truth. Only stupid men does such a thing. We're not perfect, but sometimes we got to be honest. Kev, you went too low. That's the lowest ever a man. You and who forcing? You and Stanton forcing, and you bring somebody in there. Who's the person you're talking to? That means you're a coward. If you cannot call the name, that means you're lying. That means it's a pure lies. Once you can't call the names, you are lying and making up stories. But that is dumb on your part, my brother. That is dumb on your part. There's certain things, I bet you where you are right now, you regretting. You regretting what you did. And you can't take it back. You can't take it back. If you're talking to somebody and the person know you're talking about them, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know. Because I will play according to what you did. You never called names. You gave description. You did your thing. I was not in Liberia with you. I was there. I don't know who the person you are standing up with up top of the building or whosoever. But that is dumb on your part, and I will condemn you to the least. I'll drop you down all the way to the bottom of hell, my brother. You need to apologize. And the close argument need to apologize. You guys sat down to build a platform and you allow 10 minutes, 5 minutes to destroy it. Oh man, Ben, Timothy, man. I said text today. The gloves is out. I thought he was getting ready to say something about Stanton or whatsoever. But even if Stanton had a girlfriend, at that time they were all jolly, enjoying. But for you to sit on a radio, not even on just ordinary Facebook, but on a radio, spill our president, we are told you to speak. The president, we are called you and say, oh, Stanton to me. So go after Stanton and whatsoever he did. I tell Stanton whatsoever. And on this one, I know that he's stupid for true. To explain what you did. Even if you look, let me tell you something today. I am not a perfect, I'm an honest guy. I am an honest guy. That is why none of my friends, you talk about my past. You might talk about my past. Oh, this money or that at the time. But I never knew that some of you guys, you take your personal thing that only you and the person in the room, and you share it with friends because you never had a good childhood life, because you never maybe slept with a good woman, maybe you never slept with a big time woman, maybe you have problem having woman. Why you guys will sit after? Look, to be frank, I am disappointed in the closing argument. I am disappointed. You guys will have to come out and apologize. I don't know who he was talking to, but you will have to apologize. And Kev must leave the show for now. Kev must leave that show for now. If Kev don't leave that show, I am calling on people who need to have an interview must not show up. And if you show up, you're a coward if Kev cannot be suspended. That is what I'm going to say. If Kev cannot be suspended, nobody should come on that show. Maybe you can go to get the UP people because they're desperate. But I will call on Mr. Cummings. His whosoever ability will not appear on that show. that how bad and low you guys have gone to the lowest. And you had a woman on that show too. Even if Kev fussing with someone, you cannot allow Kev to speak. You had a time to mute him. You had a time to shut him off. But after you allow him to spill everything out, listen, let me tell you something. I don't eat crab with shame. I can do all my things, but there's certain things I can do. No matter how I can call Stanton, I will not tell you about Stanton girlfriend because I don't even know. And that's my business. No matter how I call Stanton, I go into Stanton home. What is public, I can speak on it. If it's not public, it's private, it's none of my business. But Kev, you crossed the line. Shame on you, my brother. If nobody condemn you, and I'm calling on everyone, and I will make that announcement tomorrow on my show again. If closing argument does not take action to either take him off the show for now, I'm not saying get him off, but let some action be taken. That was rude, disrespectful to our audience, to your viewers. That was the worst thing you ever did. Ben Sevi, you sat there. When look, sometimes when we say things, you're taking for granted. It was the same thing. Stanton pushed Fagon to open his damn mouth and start to mention names. This person carrying this person's name, this person carrying this person's name. Look what happened today. I don't know who he's talking to. I don't know, and I don't want to know. But that was very, very stupid on your part, my brother. Ben, Dr. Peabody, Timothy, no matter what happens, if you don't take action, I'm coming to run that campaign. I will run that campaign. I'm nobody, but I will run that campaign, and I will start tomorrow morning on my show. I will be on at 8 o'clock on True FM 2. That is wrong. I don't know who you're talking to, but you're talking to somebody's mother. You are talking to somebody's grandmother. You're a coward. You are man, you're not a woman. You man, not a woman. That's somebody's grandmother you are talking to. And that's some wife you are talking to. Because you are a coward, that is why I call the names. Because you are afraid to go to court. But you were sure. Then you are to call names. But you sat on the radio to spill lies. How you feeling now? I bet you right now you're feeling so guilty in you. Don't hang yourself. Don't commit suicide. I'm telling you. But right now you're feeling so bad. It was you and Stanton. When you people had it, or you about the good days. Listen, in politics, it's not my enemies. And I owe Stanton no apology because he been indicted by the government, and what he did was wrong, and he has no remorse about it. And I can talk about it. And he is part of the same mess because you said you got a tax on him. And so, Mr. Stanton Witherspoon, you are being indicted for fraud. And now, if you can challenge this one, that means you actually did it. But it's shameful. I can't believe that it was even going to happen. I saw that text this morning, and I saw somebody responded to that same text. I can't go that low. I can't do it. But that is foolish on your part, Kev. You need to be, if I'm serious, Ben Senvi, Dr. Peabody, Timothy, and what the lady names have. If you don't take action, Anybody from the Isaac Jackson, even I got pissed off the other day when Isaac Jackson went far. If you notice, you have never seen my name on your post. You don't know why I did it. I don't watch the show again because I got pissed off when you're allowed. If anybody want to do their own thing, let them go on their own. Let them open the podcast. When Isaac Jackson did his own podcast, I don't care. He went on your show and started talking again. Probably sleeping with sister-in-law, this and that. That was stupid on your part. You see, you don't know how to fight. You don't know how to fight, my people. If Kev Hassan wanted to talk his mess, let Kev Hassan take his personal phone, sit in his house, and open his damn mouth. Not come on your show. That is why Fagon won't say some nonsense. Fagon go on his own show. Although he can talk nonsense, but he go on his own little phone and spill out his nonsense. So I'm saying it. The Moriah, not go on our show. Anybody from the CPP, do not go on our show. If we lose election, let us lose the election. But that's nonsense. This is nonsense. If you don't apologize to your viewers and apologize to Liberians that what Kev did, you guys got nothing to do about it, and Kev should suspend it. And Kev should apologize. This is pure nonsense. This is BS. That's somebody's mother you're talking to. Who the hell are you? Stanton calls Joshua, so what? Joshua told you to go after him? Eh? Why can't you go after Joshua with all the concubines that he got around him? Why can't you do that? That is pure nonsense, man. So I'm just watching you. Tomorrow, if you don't come out with something, anybody on our show, you won't have your interview. I'm saying it now, and I will say it tomorrow on my show in the morning, and I will say it every day. You need not to come there if you can't jazz. It was said on your show the same way when you was on that spoon. And Kev continued to do certain. What happened? Yes, we all got differences. I was pissed off with Stanton because of the way he treated you. You were friends. Even if you know something about him, you don't open 513 easily. Eh? You open 513? You open 513 and go to somebody's personal life to damage another person's home? I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know who you're talking about. But I sure you're talking to somebody who ever went on that show. There's so many women went on that show. That is pure nonsense. I'm just sick in my body. Since day, people have been calling me. I said, listen, I don't want to listen to it. I said, let me just watch the show. If you notice, from the day Isaac Jackson went on our show, you could call Stanton, say what you want to say. But by the time he went on our show and start to mention somebody, look, you don't go into personal life. You look at my podcast. I went after Stanton. People give me messages. People give me information. I don't cross that line. Because I talk about what is public. If I catch you in the street and the people beat you butt naked, if I want to talk, I talk because it's public. Now when you in your house, you beating your wife, or scrape your wife naked in the house, then I come and put it on Facebook, on social media, or I come and start giving you hymns. Eh? Because I don't blame nobody. I blame that fool, Stanton. He need to apologize too if he did anything like that. He is the one that causing the trouble. That is nonsense, Kev, what you did. I know right now, deep down in you, you're feeling bad about yourself. You're feeling bad about yourself right now. They allow Kev to spill. Then later on, you're shutting off. That's hypocrisy. That's BS. So I mean, everyone is aware of it. Why you allow it? That's not politics. That's not politics. Because it's sweet in Kev mouth when he used to sit on a spoon and curse Mr. Cummings and curse other people. Ben, if you don't take action, a lot of people will not go to your show. You took months upon months to build a platform and you allow 10 minutes, 5 minutes to destroy it. Then you go ahead. 10 minutes to destroy it. Then you go ahead. I can't believe I'm still processing. Why? What got into you, Kev? What got into you? You will live for the rest of your life. You have created a lifetime enemy, my brother. A lifetime enemies you have created with yourself. It proves that you're not a Liberian. Because a Liberian will not do it because they'll be afraid to go home. A real Liberian will not do what you did because they will be afraid to go home. That they will go after you. That means not a Liberian for true. A real Liberian will not do it. So you go back to Sierra Leone. I don't think you have anything in Liberia. Now you have increased. You will not go to Liberia again, Kev. Your going to Liberia again will be too hard. You know what you have done. You know the problem you have caused. Do you know that? Maybe when you were talking, the person knew who you're talking to, or the person knew you're talking to themselves, or maybe the person husband, and you were describing. I still trying to figure out who the hell you were talking to. And I don't want to know. And if you on the show right now, listen to me, and you want to comment, please, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. And I don't want to know. And if you put a name on here and you think you know, I will block you from my show from today's date. I will unfriend you on Facebook. That is not fair. You can do all your things, but do not do that to a woman or even a man. You know, men talk. The same way when they wrote that book and described the first lady, I blame the president too, because he the one describe it before somebody talk about it. It started from somewhere before Kev talk about it. It came from him. Kev challenged and said, I got text. That means he said he's so stupid. And that means people that do this kind of thing, either when they were coming up, they couldn't find girlfriend, or they couldn't get girlfriend easily. Now today they get it all kind of because of money, so the thing they can go and explain to their friend that even if they make mistake and sleep with a friend women because of money, because you abuse them, or because of something, you try to tell your friend. Oh, especially you a married man. A married man will be careful. You bluffing. Yes, I slept with this, I slept with that. You talk too much, your mouth run jelly chicken butt. And Kev, you just ran your own mouth. Jelly when chicken, you don't see chicken shitting. You don't see chicken when you drop in the water pool. That's how you're behaving. Listen, I want to hear from you. I'm going to put my telephone number up here. 1 minute. Just give me a call. Let me hear from you. Flomo, you're just a foolish guy who believe in George Weah so much until you agree to what Kev did. Oh, if that George Weah and Jackie appear, oh yes, I'll be talking. You know why? because President Weah is married. President Weah is a public figure. You understand? President Weah is the president of Liberia. And if he take his girlfriend in the public, you expect people to talk about it. The same way he explained to other people about his wife. She's supposed to be ashamed of yourself, my brother. You're supposed to be ashamed of yourself. So when I finish, I will block you from my show, because I will block you. The day we see the truth, we'll speak. After the election, we'll talk. You understand? If that chalk, so you know about George Weah and Jackie Appiah? I don't know. You don't want to say it now. You say I can put yourself in trouble? I don't know. You now hear me talking about Jackie Appiah? You say some guys don't even know some of us. You ever one day see me talking about George Weah girlfriend? I can say concubine, the president get concubine. Also, you now see me calling somebody's name and say George Weah girlfriend, that Teresa Brown, that Masno. You now hear me talking it publicly? Because it ain't nothing for me. It will not put food on my table, and it will not change the lives of the Liberian people. But because you guys nothing to offer people, y'all leave the real issue and go into you now hear me one day telling people, I challenge you that President Weah going on with Manjwa, President Weah going with Peter Lee, all the kind of things. You now hear me talking about it. Now here you hear now, if that George Weah and Jackie Appiah, so you know about something George Weah and Jackie Appiah, tell us. Tell us. Tell us. Why you guys like this? Why you like this? Tell us. You know plenty. So tell us, since you know too much about George Weah and Jackie Appiah. Okay, I will be on here for the next 10 minutes. If you want to call and add your words, or maybe you favor what Kef Hassan said, or you against it, come and add your words on. Because I think personally wrong. He has no reason doing it, and the show was not supposed to allow him. So I believe that they should take action, or people should boycott the show for now. And I take that action because it was right on the show. They are responsible, and they should take responsibility of that. So if you want to call, you can go ahead and call, and maybe to put. But in 10 minutes, if you don't call, that means I know everybody against it. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is a Gonzo Speed Flomo. How you doing, big brother?
Yeah, listen, I won't get vest for you and promo. And that papi flomo there.
Yes, this is the Papi Flomo.
Okay, why you can't put a statement if that Jackie Appiah or Joe, you'll be happy with it.
Because the reason why I'm saying that.
Okay, go ahead.
The reason I'm saying that, Jackie and George Weah issue has been on social media for the longest. You never came on your platform to push against it. Like
why should I push against it?
Okay, then why are you pushing against
No, but why should I push against Jackie Appiah? Listen, wait. George Weah, he's a public figure.
Yeah, that's a public figure.
No, excuse me, that will cut you because I don't know who they're talking to. Then don't call my show. I beg you. I never called nobody name on my show. Kev Hassan never called nobody name. So if you believe they were talking to XYZ, then you can take it up, but not on the show. I beg you. I never called nobody name on my show. Because what he did was wrong to who he was talking to ever. And I said, okay, Jack, okay, let me call it. Let me answer somebody else. I beg you. Hello? Wanga? Pape Flomo. Yes, hard to die. What you say?
So what I'm trying to say, I've called nobody name and you're complaining, but they call George Weah and you call Jackie Appiah and you never complain.
Oh, man, leave me with Jackie Appiah, man. I don't know who they call Jackie Appiah. I don't know who they call Jackie Appiah.
That's what I'm telling you.
I don't know who they call Jackie Appiah. Why should we be wasting my time on Jackie? I know who they call Jackie Appiah.
When they see you was together, you heard Henry Costa say, but you guys were acting.
I don't know who they call Jackie Appiah. You won't force me? I say I don't know. Okay, then thank you, my man. You kept out your friend, so you can stick that way. Okay, thank you, my brother. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, hi, Wanga. Yeah.
I've been so freaking angry today. I think I have posted almost 4 or 5 posts today on this issue. In the first place, I don't even know why people even are mad at the closing argument in that they can sit over there. The first thing they should have been able to just block that fool. Being able to block that fool so that fool cannot even go on to spill. And then he's sitting there, they even sitting there to argue that nonsense of all the things he's talking about. Yes, you did not give me. Who in their right mind will carry their husband and then go in another man? How low would that woman be, knowing fully where your husband is on the rooftop and stuff? That's the first lie right there. Some men lie to on women. You know, if the person is a big person, oh my man, you know, I did this here. Some have been a victim of those stuff.
If you know that true call names, what you calling you just jumping all over the place.
Yeah. What if the thing for me, he lost me, is that I just felt that he was lying. Is that, oh, they went to the rooftop and then they did this. Men lie. You know that when some men, then when they see these big guys, oh, they people to their friends, I mean, I slept with that girl, I mean, I slept with that girl. That woman is not a fool with all her career that will get up and get her say, oh,
Okay.
when it was sit down.
I don't know who he's talking to now. I don't know. You try to push.
I'm not going to call them. I'm not calling.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that they need to act. That boss, I'm not going to watch a closing argument because
You need to boycott it. They need to boycott it until they take action. Yes.
People need to boycott that
Yep.
place.
Yep. Okay. Let me answer this. Okay, go ahead. Somebody call him, but go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, that's just what and I'm so happy that you came up. I think I was one of the first person that posted that ain't no been so
Yeah.
angry about it too.
Okay. Let me answer this. Lady. I'll give about 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Hi. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Hey, what's up, Kisha?
I'm okay.
Everything.
Well, thank God.
You know, today that show, the men that were on that show today, they are disgraced to the women. No disrespect to all of you, but a lot of them. The reason is they get care the platform to talk much crap before they intervene. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, that was wrong, and they need to apologize.
To me, yes. They then were trying to be like reasonable voice or reason or being civil. They stand that mean the Tamil and George that they playing. For me, I know that whole thing was rehearsed. You understand? He crying for Joe. We are his political leader. Nobody would degrade him. That whole thing was rehearsed. But if the person who he's accusing, I promise him we in America, I would take you to court. You say you got receipt, you will bring that receipt. Say you choose to want to destroy my life, because in the past, Timberland said the same thing. All the men that on that show, I'm sorry, no disrespect to like women, because they got some good ones, and some of got some of the good ones. But those one that are on that show, the bunch of petty men. You understand? They sat there for that man to do what he did, that idiot to do what he did, because he's not man. Then when they finish, then they say, "Oh, you know, we can silent people this," but you knew what he was going to do. So y'all started the show. People thought it was a respectful show because y'all were going on the general order, y'all riot, and everybody thinking, okay, maybe it's different from the other show. But now they're trying to be messy. I'm done with them. Other than that, because nobody would take their husband so much. You in the same hotel. I tell somebody to take my husband on the rooftop there. I go do what? What so much he got for me to put my life and my family life in danger like that, to destroy my marriage? I think the allegation should be taken to court. It should prove it. Thank you.
Well, okay, thank you very much. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Okay, like what I said there is that it was wrong. I don't know who he was talking to, and I don't want to know He never called any name, but I show a lot of people assuming who he's talking to. But listen, guys, sometimes we ourselves put ourselves into trouble. And Papi Fumo, you're talking about you're talking about and oh, let the man go to court. That's a good thing. It's up to you. You judge we are brother, you judge we are friend, you judge we are cousin, you everything to judge we are. So if you think because somebody criticized George we are, let look, I'm if if I was my relative, if it was my relative, I can tell anybody today. If I just suspect it was my relative, by this time it's a different thing. So maybe one of the brother or whosoever suspecting and they're just sitting down doing the DNA. If that were my relative, trust me, Papi. We live in America. There are so many things that can happen. So don't sit here. You think I'm going to block you? Don't say it. But one thing I will tell you, social media is a dangerous place, my brother. Social media. So just know you putting yourself on record to know the kind of person you are. And that means you will do it to a woman one day. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, Munir. This is Rosalind
Hey,
Cooper
Rosalind,
calling from Dallas, Texas.
How's everything?
Everything is well. Again, my condolences to you and your family.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad that your mom had a beautiful homecoming, and I was glad to meet your family, and it was a joy meeting you people, although under very difficult circumstances. But I want to thank you tonight for the show. I decided to call and register my dissatisfaction with the manner in which the closing argument conducted himself today. It is very unfortunate what happened. Under no circumstances that should have happened. I seriously think that something wrong with our society, and if we do not stand up and speak up against these things, we will be taking ourselves down a very dark path. It seems like we are in a place now where we find pleasure in bringing one another down. I am very dissatisfied with the panelists on the show today. Someone should have said something when Kev started from the onset to go contrary to what the show was intended for. I understand that they have their own rules and everyone have access to remove themselves and put themselves back on. But someone should have stepped in right away and called it off. And if he continued to go on, at least just shut the show down. It seemed like we women that find ourselves in this political space, we are easily targeted. And yeah, and these things happen now. What Kev did today is kind of put like what to put fear in a lot of women not to be bold and open and come out and speak out on issues regarding Liberia because they will be afraid that maybe somebody will come and make up something on me to make me look bad and so forth. But I just want to say that all women, all of my political sisters, be strong. Do not allow this one incident from Kev to berate us or try to frighten people to back off out of the political space because our voice matter, our presence matter. And I just want to encourage Dr. Francine tonight, if she's listening, keep your head up. This too will pass. It's kind of difficult to say approve or court case because he was pretty much guided. It seemed like he knew exactly what he was doing because he didn't mention her name. He spoke in coded languages, but obviously everyone that knows about what's happening knew exactly who he was referring to, although he did not mention her name. But I again want to say to all women out here, keep your head up, protect yourself, and make sure that you are in a safe place at all times with men, because it seems like people find pleasure in attacking women to bring them down. If Stanton made you mad, attack Stanton. Leave these women alone, you know. But it is what it is. And yeah, and sure, there some action needs to be taken, and I'm sure a lot of people that saw this today and will go back and watch it, I'm sure that our society will respond. And like I said in one of my posts, I would like to see any reputable person or individual, people going on our show to sit there and Kev Hassan be the one to interrogate or ask them questions. I would love to see that happening. So I know they have what they talked today was going to be something funny or something jovial, cause them a grave harm. But it is what it is, and I just want to encourage my sister out there, Dr. Francine, sister to me, know her for a long time. And I know she's strong. She's a strong woman, and she was tall, and this will pass. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate all that you do. I'm going to grab pretty soon. And just know that, remember now, Kev is a seditious. He's throwing this thing out here. It's all part of the game to distract people from focusing on the main goal. We should not be distracted by this foolishness. You know, we should stay focused and with our objective to make Joria a one-time president. So claim that my president, claim Joria as my president. Well, he's the president of all Liberians. So it is not a hit that he's a womanizer. So if you think that people talking about it will make you upset, to go out there and break people down, then you have a lot of people take down, Kev. You sure do have a lot of people to take down. People who will continue to talk about the president and his behavior. Thank you for having me on.
Okay, she said it, and this is truth. And Kev playing one of the trick games where he's saying things to distract us, and we'll talk about it. That is why I'm nipping in the butt right now, because we got a lot of things to take care of. But we'll not sit there and allow foolishness. We men, we got to respect our women no matter what happens. Certain things you don't cross the line. Hello, your name? From?
Yeah, General, my name is Number Chief.
Yeah, let me hear for a long time, my man.
Yeah, so General, you see, that wouldn't happen, and I know Ben is laying your head on the spirit, I know you're regretting it. All the men, Timothy, all of them regretting it tonight. You know, that was a blunder on your part. You know, because you see, it's one thing what kept the camera experience nothing, but it's another thing to share a platform why he does it. You know, the men was supposed to get less kept to come 1 hour ahead of time. Can't stand there, whatever he wants to say, he say, but it shouldn't be sharing platform when he's saying that kind of nonsense. Yeah, exactly.
Why you want to come on?
So
talk about president, we are your part. Who? As only your own president.
So I think that the first thing disappointment is ready with the crew and not with Kev. You know, she can deal with Kev, but disappointment is with you sitting there. You know, Timothy, all the men are sitting there saying, I'm not spirit, that nonsense. But they did not protect her. And real disappointment.
What are your guys some differences? You can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't cross it. I said all kinds of things about Stanton here. I never talk about him one day, a girlfriend. I got nothing to do with my personal life. Yeah? You can't waste my time, that kind of thing there. For you to go say we're going to boycott that show, and I want to see who going on that show. I really want to see who going there. I will inbox them and tell them they ain't got no sense to go there. They don't apologize.
There's a commissioner show down there.
They're lucky he's gone there already. They're lucky they're not going there again.
Yeah.
They're not go there.
Yeah.
I will say we're on radio now. So tomorrow again, I will bring it up on my show. You know,
ain't true ability that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do something about it. There's gotta be some kind of
They will have to apologize and suspend Kev. Do what I want to do because it's pure nonsense.
Nonsense.
It's pure nonsense. Then Papa come and talk about no, who cares if you don't work because you think I work for you?
But general, you know, the worst one said I let you know. You know, can't go job we have been in the city. So I'm man, like nobody more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, I got it. I'm looking myself study. We tell you the recent thing that came out, you know, the rest of the people like study thinking. You know what I'm saying? So what do you want to do? You want to defend?
Let me bring the person up and say something.
All right, sis.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Don. Hello.
Hey, General, I'm here again. But the time I called first, we were talking about issues, so I didn't hear you. My question is, no, but why are you angry for though? Let me calm down.
The fact of the matter, you don't know whether that somebody, man, somebody. Look, let me tell you something. You and myself, who can have all our political differences. I will not go into your personal business.
Okay.
I will not. Whether you did this and this, till it's public, I will talk about it. But once it's not public, all the way I went up Tenton, I never talk about girlfriend, I never talk about nobody. That's somebody man, that's somebody wife, that's somebody grandma, that's somebody whatsoever. I felt the show was not. If you want to do it, take your own platform, take your telephone, and what you want to do. Look, you see Eugene Falcon, well, all the thing he can do, when he's satisfied, he go and put his own thing on and go ahead too. Simple. That's what we're trying to say here.
My question is, who was Kev referring to? We know it's Stanton, but who was the female Kev referring to?
Okay, I don't know the female, but the fact of the matter, he was talking to a female. He said the female husband. So apparently the female might know him or the husband know. Right now, two of them know, because if for true he was with somebody, that person already know there's a force right there, there's a problem right there. But the person too will. So a lot of people are calling names, but they're different. He called no name. I'm not going to.
Okay, but let's be very honest. You see, we all want the better fate of Liberia. So, Bibera Kishen, you are telling me before me and God that you do not know who careful, you do not know the female careful referring to?
Maybe your Holy Ghost pastor. No, I just told you. You can't. Well, you want to post on my mouth?
No, I'm not. I ask you a simple question. Is no. At this point, I still don't know.
Between me and myself and God, I said I don't know who kept talking to.
Jesus Christ. Okay, no problem. But let me tell you something.
Maybe you know.
The last time. No, that's fine. If you said before God and man, you don't know up to this point who Kev was referring to. That's fine.
I do not assume like that though. Because if I assume that, I will be wrong. I will be calling different names.
But people that Kishen, you answer the question. That's fine. If you do, you and God. If you don't know who, we all know it was sent on.
It's not between me and God. No.
No, but you're not being honest.
No.
You're not being honest. People that Kishen.
I don't want to look like somebody to answer Kev question here.
Why? No, I'm not saying you answer Kev question.
Why you go ask Kev?
But I'm not asking. I know who he was referring to.
Assuming.
I'm not assuming though. Everybody that called on your show today, they mentioned the lady's name. Only you, the only person who doesn't know.
They mention or name. But let me ask you something. Let me tell you something there. Since Kevin called no name, and you got calling the names,
including your ANC people that call, yes.
I don't care what an ANC person. ANC person call the name. Don't make it look like I'm one of the person who will say nobody. I listen to a Yasini show and people are calling names on that show. So, but what I'm trying to tell you, I don't know. Now, if you guys who know, if that person you're talking about want to take action, you guys are the witness. You know that it's just that you're far from each other. But right, you can come and say, "Oh yes, I know who you're talking to." But the man who made it talk, the man say, "I'm talking to nobody."
But let me say something though.
You know, let me tell you something. Your name is okay. Let's say your name is Papi Augustin, Flomo. Okay. Now, if I just say Flomo Augustus, I'm put a P there. You know, they can't hold me for that. You know what I'm saying?
No, but Kishen, sometimes we'll have this discussion.
No. So
you should be honest.
Listen,
you know, deep down in your heart, who Kev was referring to.
Don't tell me what in my heart. You're now a circuit, please.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't tell me
what
in
my heart. So, okay, that's fine.
So, but I believe they shouldn't have done it on that show. Okay. There's a platform there. It would kill the show. People were supposed to come on the show. They would say, no, you shouldn't allow him to go that far. And that's on radio.
Okay, so you are saying, okay, you get your point correctly. If Kev has gone on his own personal life and mentioned Stella Wood's name and mentioned that lady's name and said exactly what he said on the closing argument tonight, it would have been okay.
To him, you're going to be fine. You cannot do a closing argument first. Then what happened? Only people who Kev, because I saw Kev's post today. I just look at the post and pass by it. I saw the post. He said all the gloves is out and whatsoever. But if you do it on your own, nobody's going to hold you. If you do it on, we're not going to hold the show, because right now I'm telling you, the guys that were on the show, the host of the show, or they own the show, was wrong, because that's a platform. That platform was on radio.
Okay, but my question is, you are saying that if Kev had done it on his personal show, mention that lady's name, mention Kev, mention Stanton's name, it would have been okay. Then you wouldn't have a problem with it. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, if I'm going to see, I was still going to condemn it as a man.
Exactly. So when he said that's not matter,
I condemn it, every one of them. I condemn the show. I condemn the man.
But that's
But
the
if
platform,
you're going to do it on his own, I was not going to condemn the show, because that's not the show. That means
fine. Okay, okay, good. Now I've got to the point I want to get you. Since if had done it on his own life and you were still going to condemn Kev,
yes,
why didn't you condemn your sinning when you said, George, you have slept and raped underage girls?
Let me tell you something. I never, but she said, look, you think I just follow show? I never heard that, but we all know.
You never heard that from your sinning?
Jason, President, we are his own tape, and you justify the tape. They say the papa looking good, but the papa get 14-year-old get to the house. That is, up together. That I mean. That
what I'm trying to say,
justify, I say, it mean 40, it mean 41. So please,
but wait,
Papi,
Jesus Christ.
Papi,
he meant, let's say, you understand, a wife of 14 years. Yeah, but kitchen, let me say it now.
Leave it. We all
okay,
know.
let me make my parting statement. Let me make my parting comment.
The president gets a bunch of people.
Let me make my parting comment. You said if Kev had said it on his own show, you would have condemned Kev directly.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But when you're sending
you're sending get her own proof. Why should I condemn you're sending?
Yeah, but they don't condemn Kev too, because Kev got his own proof.
Please, man. It's up to you, my brother. It's up to you. You don't
okay, thanks for having me.
Having a dialogue.
No, that's fine. You say Yasini got her own proof. Kev got his own proof. So why are you complaining? Okay, I don't get it though.
At least Yasini called name. Why Kev can be brave to call name too?
Yeah, but so who is worse?
No,
someone who doesn't call name. Okay. And someone who call name.
Let Kev call name. If Kev get balls, then he call name.
But practitioner, the person who calling George, we are raping teenagers, and somebody who didn't call name who's worse?
She called name. She knows what she's depending on.
No, bro, let me fair.
You know what she's depending on. So why you get verse on John Molba Molu say, President, we are loving you so small girl.
No, but that is not.
No, why you get verse now? Why you go after George Molu? Why you go after Molba Molu? When he said, President, we are just sleeping with the girls now.
When you say yo, what do you mean?
No, why you go after him? Why you?
Sedition. That's the.
Okay, you are we are Shen. The man talking about we are. The man talking about Josh we are.
Yes.
The man talk about Joshua. Why you go after Molba Molu?
Why
we are Shem, man. I'm talking about sedition. I said we are Shem.
No, let me tell you something.
Listen, all of call you must let me have that.
Okay, let me make my last statement.
My man.
I told the people Molba Molu should go, and that's why I cannot be member of a political party, because anything the chairman does, you have to defend the chairman. That's why I'm a reaction. I said let Molba Molu if I in that party.
But then you defending we are on all kind of thing too. So
no, I said Molba Molu should go. That's why I said I did. Everybody can.
But you never did. So you, we have never did anything wrong before.
But you telling me that
to you, President, we have never done anything wrong before.
With regards to what?
Anything. You always accuse people around President Weah, but you never accuse President Weah.
No, I never accused her around.
No, you said the people not doing the work.
You said Yesenia got her proof, so she was right to say, we are raped teenagers.
Can I answer other people now? Please.
All right, brother. Yesenia got proof, Kev got proof too. You can't have your cake and eat it.
Okay,
that's not fair. All right, thank you.
All right, brother. Well, this is social media, this is politics, this is how people feel, and this is what people do. Even the devil has the photo, no matter what. You go to the church of Lucifer, there are people who pray and worship the devil, and they believe in the devil. Other people believe in Jesus Christ. Other people believe in human beings whatsoever. Kev believed that somebody said something about his son, so he had to say something to the person. But I will tell you, whether you like it or not, It's a universal. A man must be very careful. Any man who attacks a woman, that man, he's lazy, he's a coward. Yes, because you think that the woman will not fight back, or I will damage her home. So, like, I don't know, I will bring her down, because I don't think that Stanton you are trying to bring down. But for Stanton, he don't care. Stanton going to jail already. He don't give a heck about it. So, saying things about Stanton, hey, woman not going to leave him. But you start to know that what you were doing, because even if you are talking about a lady on that show, no lady ever attack you. This woman that you think that you are talking about, which I stay saying that I don't know, and Papi Flo want to put it down my throat, and I say I don't know. Now, I don't know who's on that show that attack you. You said Stanton, but now you're going after Stanton, where he slept with this person, he didn't sleep with this person, he did this, he didn't do this, making up a story. But if you believe, if I know I got proof, if I got proof in my possession and I won't go after anyone, I will call your name, because I got text messages. If you got text messages from Stanton and call an individual name, why would you be afraid? You should be afraid. So if that's true, Stanton, you're just another AS. You're just another foolish one who respect anybody. Woman, you don't respect woman. Seriously. If what Hassan is saying that you actually text him, that means show you, my brother. And I hope when you go to jail, maybe it's a wild criminal and crime. I hope when you go to jail, the boys then are in that cell, more pump you good before you come outside. Then you will know how it look like. Then when they pump you, they will tell us, so we'll know that they pump you. Eh? So you need to apologize, but you will not apologize, because what Kev is saying, Kev stand by his word. But because Kev too, he's a say some kind of warrior. Because they say what we are get Jackie Appiah. Is Jackie Appiah case hidden? Is that a hidden thing? President, we are never hide it. President, we are never hide his girlfriend. The other day, President, we was on Facebook, and his girlfriend times other people on Facebook with recordings. Eh? You know how many girls that play the president message? You know how many that call the president and we sit right there and listen and they talk? Then you won't can talk about the case about President we are. When they say anything about public officials, president, there's nothing you can do about it. Nobody lying. Eh? That is foolishness. It's not fair. It's not nice. And Ben, I know where you are right now. You're not feeling good. Timothy, I know where you are. I call you and answer the phone call today. When I was calling this afternoon, and Timothy, you said, text me. I asked you on the show, but you never reply me. Do you know what I'm calling for? I was calling because something just into my mind was just bad. I saw that text. I said, I was trying to tell you, you guys shouldn't make any mistake to allow Kev to say anything stupid on your show today. I was one of the guys who put everything on the line to argue with Stanton and say whatsoever. You put yourself together, your show doing good. You're allowed 5 minutes to destroy name, to destroy the show. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Now you're going to see what happened. And please, if the person that on that spoon show and you know Kev is talking to you, please, I just want you to hold your heart. I want you to lift your head up high, because he's a coward. He will not call name, or maybe he making up a story. And if the husband true, he talked to the husband, please, the devil is busy. The devil is busy. Because once he can't call name, he's a coward, making up stories. So you must lift your head up high. He never called me. I'm not going to call him. Even if I know and assume who he talking to, I will not call that name. Be the faith. So you can't force me to call names or not. But please do not allow. Sometimes it's good to eat cake when it's cold. Drink your soup when it is cold. He might cross path one day, but I will say it publicly. He's not a Liberian citizen. So whether you're lucky or not, you can call me a damn Lebanese man. But the fact of the he is not. Because a real Liberian will not do that easily. They will curse you. You see the difference, Prophet Key? Prophet Key can just curse. Will call your name and curse you. But you know what's it. You know as he knows, you yourself know exactly who he's cursing. He calling the name and cursing you. But for you to go show, man, Ben, man. Damn. Papa, go to hell, man. You circuit now. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think I've said enough, but I will be on you guys. You will have to take action. You will have to apologize. Please like the show. Please like the show. Love the show. Because I see for the one person watching, you ain't like the show. What happened now? You ain't like it? Okay, fine, no problem. Okay. Let me end it up. Papa Flomo on your George Manewia. Sedition, you guys don't have no shame. How in the world or sedition will endorse a sedition? You are a sedition representative. You already a sedition. You are member of CDC. You are representative and senator. There you have a program, and nobody contesting, nobody against president. We are in CDC, and y'all came up to endorse it. You guys are the dumbest thing. That is why we telling Liberian people to vote y'all out, because y'all don't have no ideas. No ideas. Hello, your name and where you calling from? Hello?
Yeah, this Atlanta. Atlanta.
Oh, hey, Alana, what's up, man?
Yeah, not bad.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I didn't watch those guys then today. I don't know. I don't see those guys in podcasts, but I heard people talking about it. But both those show, Keep That Show and the Spoon TV, all the guys, all the guys are the same character, you know. Yeah, the guys, I don't know how they were raised, like they sit on the podcast, they have no regulations and guidelines that they follow.
Agree, yes.
Yeah, they just do things all the way. They talk, including my manager, but on all the guys, they just talk, uh, they have no and stuff that they follow. It's so sad, even everything, but you see, everything my brains don't arise start from the government. Yeah. You have a solid government too. Look at God, like where in the world that the ruling party chairman can come out and say such words. Because the Liberia we live now, there's a Liberian community, they envy each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they envy each other for no reason. There was, general, how you guys were raised. It's certain things that I don't care make them push you to the wall.
You can't say it. You can't. You can't.
But you guys nowadays, so now look at my man, you just like going to look at guys and after politics, you're still gonna see your friend.
You can't say certain things. If it's public, okay. But it's private, keep it private.
Yeah.
Keep it private. If it's public, you can talk. It's private. Your talk behind the scene. Why you should bring it out?
Yeah. Even look at Spoon too, though. Like
You know the kid. You call you a kid because I'm like 3 years older
No,
than
but you're
him.
a kid, man.
You're a kid.
They got some 28 years old kid who's smart and intelligent
Yeah,
and don't behave like that.
yeah. You know, coming down here on one of the podcasts, I'm like, you know, the kid thing. Money can buy respect. Money don't buy respect.
No,
Money can clothes, sex, and other stuff, but it don't earn you respect.
you don't earn your respect. Nothing.
You know, the kids suffering in the Liberian community and passing money all around and think he can buy respect like what he did or what that guy named Isaac Jackson
Yeah.
and all. You know, he come in the Liberian community, he wins money around. You know, I don't care how you got his where he's from, you know, that his money, you know, but money don't buy respect. So, yeah, he don't know how to carry himself, you know, like, look at the thing you do. I don't care what somebody make you mad if you have done something for them before you leave it, you know. Yeah, but all of them about talking about what they did and stuff. And you know the Liberian guys nowadays, they talk. The guys
more than women.
Yeah, more than women, you know, like once. That's why I don't even go all among in the mess. I've been in Fargo for like 2 years. They don't see me around. Where to go?
I blame you. I blame you on that one there.
Yeah, you know, because one time I had some customer came in time and order stuff, and I carried the shoes in the bag to the guy to a cooker, and I carried the shoes. I stood up there for 1 second. You know, another kid stood beside us, and we were chatting. This girl, the lady got down from the car and just started telling me, "Oh, I don't eat that too."
Look at that. You even know who you're standing with.
Yeah, my piggy said, "Eat it, kid." And like the girl heard it, I was so embarrassed. The girl was so embarrassed. The girl, like, you know, she from her eyes, she saw that he was talking about her. So the girl had to pass beyond the house. Yeah, but that had it. Like, yeah, that had.
He don't know who you're talking to. He don't know who was even there listening to him.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't care. That the Liberian men today, that how they behave.
Something you eat in private, then you bring it in public.
Yeah,
you hide yourself, you eat it. Then why you can't in public get somebody?
Yeah,
but when you're doing it, you are hiding yourself. Then you come outside now and talk.
Yeah, that today, that how they are. Like you can't even ask them question. That thing still that's not that. Who the fuck eat that thing, man? But because I eat a thing, yeah, bro. Yeah,
that's true. What did you do? That's true, my brother. That's true.
Yeah, but you see, everything come from, you know, like the citizen are the product of the, you know, the president product of the citizen. You know the how it is. You know do the same thing. So everything in the community, it starts from the government. It starts from the government. You know, that's we need a responsible government. You know, we need to bring decency back to the presidencies, man. You know, and to the office, and stuff, administrative, everything, man. Because what the guys they are doing, the guys they're just doing cut head chicken administration in our country. You know, nothing in place. Nothing in place. The president already he talked cabbage, or how they call it, he already he talked garbage. You know, they chairman already they talk crap. So women business who got it on. Nothing the guy doing in that country. Nothing. A president that have a staff. Now one person can even go out to lobby. When he got to put on a plane to go outside to go lobby. What kind of government is that? What kind of government is that? You understand me? And that's the kind of thing that, you know, like, we don't need a kind of government back, you know, for another 6 years, man.
That's why we got to make sure we keep it. We
bring respect
back.
We
get them from there, seriously.
Yeah. We got to bring respect.
We got to show respect to our people, seriously. This is not a we run here. Social club. You know, every day you hear your president, 2 girls arguing. How many videos you never hear videos on Facebook talking about our president? Then they won't talk here. First, arguing. Arguing, cursing each other about the president.
You know, but if Kim did such things like that, you know, it's very disturbing, man. You know, like they all went over there, they all was as a crew. Whatever happened, it happened. Like, as a man, you have to. That's what makes you a man when you keep somebody quick. Even the person pushes to the wall and you didn't spit it on, that person later on will respect you.
Yeah, the person
They
say,
say, yeah.
man, there's certain things that man I said did. Put it because you will still talk at the end. There's certain things you don't tell your friend. When you say when some things that you bring out, just know it's a lifetime enemy you have just created for yourself. A lifetime enemies. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. You don't know what you will see the person tomorrow. That's a lifetime. Let it go. If it's private, it's private. Yeah.
You see, General, they don't understand. It's cool like the way you do it. Most of these guys they just got familiar and stuff on Facebook. They get to the head. When they see like 5 or 10,000 people watching it, get to the head.
I will go on Facebook and destroy you. Like my man Jonah said, I will attack the general tonight. I'm going on my show. That's good, Jonah. You can go and attack me. I will appreciate it. I will appreciate it if you talk about me. It will not be anything different. But that's my view. I think Kev was wrong. You want to talk to Stanton, talk to Stanton. But as somebody's mother, somebody's wife, somebody's grandmother, and somebody you were talking about, like you got a sister, you can't go that far. She never attack you. That person never attack you. It was Stanton. And if you say Stanton gave you into talking about Atlanta, I get a message from Tech and from Kev. Okay, Kev you because you were cool at that time. You were cool. You were good boys. You were hanging out together, drinking together, doing everything together. And then all of a sudden you bring up because the man attacked George. We are amen. The man attacked Joshua. What you attacking the man for? Joshua is the president.
Don't go attack somebody sitting on the left side.
President, we have to attack the president. You know that bigger mistake we make. I will never see in the country here. You can say F Joe Biden. You are not yet Democrat coming to you to tell you something. You can call Donald Trump. Nobody. You a public figure. Not your father, not your mother, not your nobody. Then you say they may attack my president. Once you attack my president, I will attack you. Okay, you are attacking. But why you gonna drag other people into it?
Yeah, but Jennifer, that one. Look at the thing with Garden doing, man. Garden, we can't afford for Garden to go and nothing. Yeah. Look at the thing that other kids were talking. What in the world or mayor, city mayor come on? Nonsense. I keep threatening somebody, or minister or whoever that guy was, is talking on the transport minister or whoever. They come out and they operate like they remind us about doing the Prince Johnson and Taylor.
That's what they're trying to bring back, but they lie. It's not going to happen. It's
not everybody. Listen to the kind of song that they be singing before the men start talking, and they're comfortable with things like that. A city mayor, so when a city mayor come, it's supposed to be loved by everybody. City mayor don't even show the party and stuff that belongs to. Because you're the city. The people that when they come up, when they run in cantina, then you will know what kind of party that city maker belong to. But since the president survey, it's like every day they got to sing song. Like people got to put a picture in an office to show all kind of stuff. It's a lot of things going on. We are presidency, man. It's a whole lot. The bullying people, and stuff. Yeah. I have a home girl that I talk to. They have to wear a t-shirt and go up, or else they don't pay them. Or a sock. But
I say I will go and get the boss and wear this. We are t-shirt. Go and do this. Do that. If you don't do it, you stay home and I'll let you sick. And I say, but you take your own t-shirt.
Yeah, and they dare not to discuss anything against this citizen government in office. They get fired. Yeah. What's this here? I was talking to the girl, the guy was trying to act off in the office, and they fired the guy. The guy went. They got out that Friday. The guy never came back to work the Monday because she has to talk every day when she entered the office. They firing people for that. They force the people to post just we have picture every month on their Facebook profile. Their boss got to see it. Yeah, the thing they're doing to the people, ministry. The thing they're doing to the people. The bosses then hold the people then check. All the ministers then get paid, but all the people then money, you know, man, the bullying the people in our country, or general, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of things in our country. It's a lot of things. That man know we are know nothing about running in a system. So he just put the guys there to kind of get doing their own thing. Look and then take all the phones and stuff that's supposed to go for sanitation and all those stuff. Then you go to the ministry and no bathroom and no tissue in the bathroom and stuff. No backup or fuel for the backup generator and stuff. The minister then eat all the money, take the money, the assistant and take it. Then the other person left to the assistant take it. The rest of the people in the office, they get there in darkness. When light go to posting out for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, they go home. That the kind of administrative guys then running. And we cannot afford that kind of stuff. Imagine the oldest republic in Africa. The man that printer ain't got ink. No ink in the printer. Look in America here at this delivery for staples. When the tissue or the printing paper resetting, if that 40 bars they have that when it reaches like 25, it got to be filled up. Every week or 2 weeks, they got special company that go around and fill out those boxes, those printing paper boxes, in everything added back up. I had a contract for about 3 years in Atlanta. All those stuff there. But because this president don't know about system, the only thing he know about, Carrasco take his picture, they post it with inside. Yeah. Carrasco call and negotiate for the check that he want to see that is level to own. What kind of president is staff wake up? If the man that's supposed to thing for him wake up soon in the morning, says that he used to sell on Facebook. And it don't bother the kid. You know, the minister they can wake up to talk and it don't bother the guy. Because he didn't grow up in that environment. Yeah, he didn't grow up with no discipline. So the guy hate people that discipline. So when you are disciplined, you go work in a guy's stuff, they can make sure they run you, or they don't even accept people that are disciplined. The level that operate with their own mindset. Yeah, like the kind of government, the guy running over there, all of them, they're mess. No function. How the whole ministry don't have ink to print paper. Then we kind of allow the guy to go for another more 1 year. Look at the guy when he talking. Look at Doe when Doe came. He did it too before Doe then came to the warehouse here. Doe was already composed. He go, give you a straight sentence. Hey, can you sound stuff? But this guy played football in Europe. The guy scared able to have conversation with even 6th grader. The man talks so what? I said, yeah, I listened to the guy and said, what? So the guy don't watch some mob movie or some movie, then people watch movie. I must say, up to this day, I still learn from movies. The guy don't learn nothing, and the guy lived in Europe. The guy grew up in Europe, but we were dodging bullet. We are in Europe. So he knew nothing. He watched none of these lifestyle movie then. Learn how they mob them operate, how people then change their speech and all the things. I said when the president, they got open your mouth, they got talk, the thing was talking about Mr. Cummings, that Coca-Cola stuff. People there, I stay up to the time.
The man say he can make Coca-Cola do.
Yeah, up to that time, still trying to understand that speech. What like I was trying to, I still can't understand.
He's brought Coca-Cola in the country. He brought Coca-Cola back. A whole president, he knew that Coca-Cola out of the country. He said he brought Coca-Cola back to the country. A friend. So
come from abroad, from addressing the UN, the killing the asking. He said that president, you can ask questions.
You ask questions. You pray to
ask the president. Oh my God. Yeah, so something happened to that guy. I think when you were here butting him, maybe something happened with his head. Yeah, something happened. Yeah, something happened in that guy head. Because we live in a developed world. Even in Liberia, the Caribbean born, they are very smart. Yeah, my ex-wife, that little girl, 2-year-old, that little girl, yellow talking. Sam! You hear Sam talking when that little girl was 2-year-old. You want to say she about 6. You hear that little girl talking, she's Sam! Well, poor person go to the guy. They ended up blowing out home. I think no home and everything. They said that man head too. Yeah, no, or whatever horn to be blowing. I think that thing that mess with Brit. He won't admit it. Yeah, man. But General, you that master, yeah, the master is long like Joseph Baga old train. So
Okay, take care, my boy.
yeah, General, you have a good night.
Okay, bro. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm getting ready to call her, and John, you are welcome to go on your show and attack me, and don't worry about it. And maybe make up some story too if you want to make up story. It will be good for me. But Papi, whether you like it or not, John and Molba Molu had a whole tip telling the Liberian people how President we are going out with young girls and giving them jobs. People say all kinds of things of President we are. But you guys, I don't know why you're taking things to the next level. Yes, it only tells us that if it calls you can take a life. Papi, what Kev did, if Kev takes someone's life right now because they did something to President Weah, I know you will back them. You will back that person. But it's no problem. This is social media. People take notes. You see today, there are a lot of things on social media. People who praised people yesterday, today they're cursing them, like the Fatika brothers. And what his name? Obe talking about Mr. Cummings gay. He confessing. Nobody put a hand in the throat to confess. But social media, Obe don't try to take that tape off his page, but the tape was gone already. You know what I'm saying? Also to our people on the other side. On the other side, I saw this thing here, which someone leaked out information, but I know it's not a leak out because if they don't want it out, we're not going to put it in the COP chat room. All the things that happened between Henry Costa and Mr. Boyka. And we said it. And I played this tape purposely for you to listen. There's a tape from Fatiga. And I said it before myself. At the end of the day, UP are not the people can do business with. When UP is like a rattlesnake, the cobra, when you see cobra, it's like a green, it's like a yard snake. At the time they okay, they strike. And I will tell you, UP refused to sign memorandum of understanding. Today, what Lofa County, Steve Zago will not win Lofa County. Steve Zago will not win in Lofa County. The people of Lofa County don't want him. But because of this whole Yombly things and whatsoever, just make them feel good, they put his name on Unity Party. Also, Koto going to run as EDP. Brani Samuka said he will not support Steve Zago. So they get a big split. In Nima County again, NDR want to feed in representative. UP already in representative. These guys are so greedy. They are so anxious and desperate for power. You say we shouldn't call your names, but you are desperate for power until you don't care. We know you got a big split in between, and you're paying Henry Costa, begging Henry Costa, so he can talk. Just to find out, Henry Costa was the one who sent the $60,000. And that $60,000, according to my information, was taken from Stanton Witherspoon, according to the information that I got. Today, Henry Costa are their enemies. But it's good for you. Taylor Ure insulting Mr. Cummings. You know, we always forgive here. We will always forgive. They took Mr. Cummings to court. They throw the case outside. Mr. Cummings said, go. Taylor Ure, you on record insulting Mr. Cummings. Today, they have turned their back on you. They remove your name from the team. And now they are posting, we don't need you and your brother and your Ure. But let me say this, Henry, if you're listening, let me say this to you. If you go to CDC, it won't make no difference because people in their mind say you're going to CDC because you are audition already, but pretending. If you go to Joseph Boaka, it make no difference because you want a supporter of Joseph Boaka. If you come out now to support Mr. Cummings, make a big difference. But this is what you think that will not happen or should happen. I want to be honest with you. If you live in yourself, Mr. Cummings will not call you, Henry. Mr. Cummings will not call you. If he chose to call you, he can do it on his own. But I will not encourage Mr. Cummings to call you because sometimes you see when snake bite you, when you see worm, you think that's snake. But if you really know within yourself that Mr. Cummings is the best candidate, maybe you have realized what you said before about Mr. said about the UP candidate, and that truth, I think it can't pass. He's a tribalistic old man. He look at you as a Congo ball. All those years, he look at you, the Taylor Ure and the Bena Ure. He look at you as a Congo, that you are not a native man. Whether you can speak the Pele and whatsoever, he look at you as a Congo man. So what you said before is truth. It was not politics. But now you have realized it. All you can do for you to be relevant, I can tell you, and you see, everything I told you, it came to pass. Everything that I told you, I say you're making a big mistake. You go to Liberia and see it for yourself, and you feel discouraged to contest. And now what happened today? Even the UP people that you were supporting, including Darius Dillon, they never show up to the airport because they never wanted you to steal the show. They never show up to the airport. I don't hate you, but the truth is the truth, and I always tell you the truth. If you want to gain a political relevance right now in Liberia, is to support the best candidate. You know Mr. Cummings is the best. You have said it so many times. Everybody, there is no permanent enemies in politics. No ANC people will curse you. None of the ANC people hate you. But if you think you're waiting for Mr. Cummings to call you, if he want to call you, he can do it. But I will never on my show or anywhere say, Mr. Cummings, I think you need to call Mr. Henry Costa. I will want you on my side. But for you to gain it, everybody make mistakes in politics. No decision is right until it is right. You thought Mr. Boaka was not the kind of person. You saw it from a distance and you attack. You came closer and he show you, or he's a Khmer. He show you Khmer. He show you another side of him. But when he grew, when he stood up and he was able to walk on his own, he gave you the finger. He did it to Ure. He did it to Taylor. Maybe the other point know yet. And they just did it to Steve Zago. UP is supporting Kotoman. UP is supporting him. Mr. Boaka will not campaign in Lofa County for Steve Zago. He will never do it because he don't want no trouble. Because he don't want trouble. So To all my my CPP people, the war ANC and Liberty Party should rest. It should go to rest. It's CPP. CPP. The other side will try to call us ANC, but we are member of CPP. Mr. Cummings is the candidate for CPP. Cummings and Charlene, they are the candidates for CPP. You know what I'm saying? That was will be on the party, on the ballot. Don't be afraid. We will win this election in the first round. For what I know, and according to my calculation, my own statistics, I'm telling you, we'll win this election. Nobody going to take vote from us. The people who looking for change, they are already looking for change. The change they're looking for is not in CDC or a UP. The change that they are looking for is not in CDC. They already know about CDC. President, we are just lie against saying that he 90%. He did 90% of the things that he promised. President, we are. Then the other 10%, the you people won't come by and say they will do it. President, we are saying he did 90% of what he promised. But today we got more poor people in the country. The country is organized, no law and order. Everybody living on their own. Everybody stealing, everybody doing their own thing just to survive. The rates have gone to $180 to $1. Before election, it will reach 200. And that rate will go down after election. So imagine how it's going to be hard for people. And then the other people who consider themselves opposition don't even have a plan. They can't tell us how do we face the economy. All they're telling us is to rescue us from where? You want rescue us, then when we come back, then you start thinking about how to. You want to rescue us. Then when we come now, after rescuing us, you get no plans. We're looking for someone to fix it. We already got it on the book. Liberia is a country. We got constitution. We have the code of conduct. We got everything on the book. But the system is broken. So we don't need someone to rescue us. If there were no law and order, like no constitution, no nothing, and it's just an empty land, then maybe we lost somewhere where we didn't lost at all. All we need for someone to show us and take the action. But you get people who say, I'd rather sleep with the devil to win, then we got a problem. We see these people, and this is one I will be saying on my radio all the time. Your district, for example, a Karas Gray, he been representative for 12 years. There's no one ambulance, fire truck, or community center in District 8. None of them got it. None of them has it. But they've been eating the 30,000 times 12. That money could do a lot. Look at West Point, District 7, Solomon George ate that money for 12 years. 30,000. Look at District 7 today. They didn't get nothing. District 17, the same thing. District 16, the same thing. He ate it for what? 6 years now. Or maybe, no, he ate it for 12 years too, going 12 years. All these guys, today, they endorsing President Weah. How can you endorse the man that you put in? It's like you go back to your father and say, you my father. Nobody contesting, nobody going against President Weah. How will you endorse President Weah when you are also a member of CDC? And nobody contests that position. Eh? Corrupt country. Bad leadership. Bad leadership. So this is what Mr. Cummings, no candidate in the Republic of Liberia that can even talk. No candidate can tell us what they're going to do. Eh? None of them can tell us. Stay telling us part of story. President Weah said he never wanted it, the people gave it to him. Eh? Okay, guys, I'm looking for one tip here. Oh, sorry. Oh. I thought I had a tip with me. Okay.
The little I love, the little I love, the ones I trust so much, they made a fool out of me. I've been praying to
the oldest republic in Africa, and yet we're one of the least developed countries on the continent, and indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. And I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we where we are? Most Liberian homes don't have electricity. Most Liberian homes don't have running water. Most Liberians are unemployed. These are things we can change. These are things we should demand of ourselves and of our leaders. We, as Liberians, cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders with the same kinds of experiences and expect Liberia to change. We have to do many things differently, and that starts with selecting and electing new leaders who know how to create jobs, who know how to grow the economy, who will prioritize the Liberian people first before they prioritize themselves. And this is what I offer you, the Liberian people. The other universal truth that I want to share with you, my fellow Liberians, is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And again, I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have, and we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. Our next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. Next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is, first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So, for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country, is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we'll appoint a corruption czar, or minister in charge of corruption in the presidency, that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly, thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. Okay. So those are the things we'll do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government. Because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the how's. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates expiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country. We will give us a new start, a fresh start. So that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Bad experience. There is nothing credible to show. Absolutely nothing. The idea that a 75-year-old man
This is one of my problems with Joseph Boyka. Joseph Boyka have Henry Costa as his, some title he gave himself. For all I know, he's one of the leading voices. There is a same Costa that have publicly attacked a standard bearer of another party. You may say, oh, ANC people attack the people's only God. Someone that you have aligned yourself with. Joseph Boyka cannot tell me he didn't see the insult that Costa gave to Alex Cummings. Joseph Boyka cannot say that he was not there when the same Costa insulted him. It's like this old man is so desperate for power that he doesn't even care. I look forward to the day that Costa will get on Joseph Boyka case, and that will be very soon. The Unity Party that I know, the Unity Party officials that I know, those boys in Costa relationship is short span. They love their attention. Costa loves their attention. They have big ego. Costa have big ego. They all love power. Costa love power. Pretty soon there will be a clash of the egos, and I know where we end. So Joseph Boyka, get ready because Costa will dirty your clothes again outside. He already told you You know, it just shows, look, when we went to waste our time and told me, yeah, Joseph Boyka, who did he kill? Emmanuel Nico. Where is Emmanuel Nico? As soon as he lost the election, Emmanuel Nico couldn't even win a county. As soon as the election was over, it just, look, if you won't follow Joseph Boyka,